So holy cow, it finally happened, and way sooner than I thought it was going to. The PlayStation 4 is finally going to drop in price. Man, I gotta tell you, it feels really weird not having a lot of Nintendo news to talk about lately. It doesn't really feel right. I kind of miss talking about Nintendo, but hey, there really hasn't been a lot of videos or news to talk about when it comes to Nintendo, so whatever, that is what it is. As far as this story goes, it's pretty nuts. As I said in the intro, the PlayStation 4, Sony's amazingly, massively, crazy, successful, record-breaking console, is finally dropping in price tomorrow, October 9th. 2015. Now, this has been something that a lot of people have been wondering if it was going to happen anytime soon. My theory, personal theory, really has been that I didn't see it happening anytime soon. Typically, when you think of a system dropping in price, it's because, regardless of how successful or unsuccessful it might have been leading up until that point, you really don't want to consider doing that until sales of the console start to slow down. When console sales start to slow down, no matter what place you're in, and in Sony's case, they're still in first by a hefty margin, when those sales start to slow down, you still have to consider, man, we don't want sales to slow down. We don't want people to not be interested in buying our product and our machine. And even if we're staying in first place and we're doing so well, it looks like things are starting to tip the other way. So let's entice more people back to our side. And anyone who may have been on the fence about buying our product, it's time to say, hey, now it's less money. Now it's $50 cheaper. Now you get this or that packaged in with it, whatever the case may be. And all of a sudden, there's a better perceived value, and people end up wanting to pick it up again. So it's one of those things where we knew eventually it would come. Both Nintendo and Microsoft have already once in their lifetimes dropped the price of their current consoles, and Sony was kind of the last one left who hadn't really had a reason to do that because, as I said, the PlayStation 4 has been crazy, stupid successful. I do own a PlayStation 4. You probably know that. You know me. I have a PlayStation 4, and I enjoy it a lot. I don't know, really. For a while, I was kind of liking my Xbox One more. Of course, the Wii U is my favorite. The Xbox One was my second favorite for a while, followed by PlayStation 4. And I'm kind of starting to lean back towards the PlayStation 4. There's a lot about the Xbox that I do prefer more. The controller and the UI, I think, is actually pretty fantastic. And Xbox's first-party games, I think, are more compelling. But honestly, it's the PlayStation 4, it's just been, I don't know, between games like Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Destiny, which I keep going back to on my PlayStation 4, I've just been playing it more. So to be fair, there's nothing about the time I'm spending with my PlayStation 4 that is unique or specific to the PlayStation 4. I don't really care for the user interface or the operating system at all. The controller I really do like, but it is my least favorite of every available controller for the 8th generation. So there's nothing, like I said, unique to the PlayStation 4 that's keeping me playing it, but the games that I'm having the most fun playing that aren't Nintendo's games right now are games that I happen to have on the PlayStation 4. Oh, with the notable recent exception of Until Dawn, which was freaking awesome, and my girlfriend and I went through that over the course of a week. And goddamn, that game is really badass. Better than I really expected it to be. So that's a unique exclusive game that's kept me gaming on my PlayStation 4. I do always go back to Bloodborne every once in a while. And you know me, I freaking love me some Bloodborne. And that is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. But anyway, all that stuff aside, like the fact that Sony finally decided that now was the time to drop the price of the PlayStation 4, it does surprise me a little bit. It makes sense in its own ways, too, because the holiday is coming up. The Xbox One, which is its most direct competition over even the Wii U, of course. The Xbox One has been $350 for like a year now. They first dropped it last year before Christmas, and they've kept it that way since. So now with the holiday coming up, it's like almost the middle of October. November and December are right around the corner. Christmas and Thanksgiving and Black Friday are all right around the corner. It's time to drop the price of the PlayStation 4. Like I said, I didn't see that happening because there really hasn't been too many signs of the system's success slowing down. But at the end of the day, this was probably the smarter move. They went ahead and said, hey, this is something we want to do. They want to stay more competitive with Microsoft. And considering that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are basically going to be the same price through the holiday, that's a pretty big deal. And I think that the Xbox One is going to have a fantastic year. Between the likes of Tomb Raider and Halo 5, they're going to sell a lot of systems and a lot of software. I think that the Wii U is going to do okay. Some of the best titles that we know could have been coming out around this time, Zelda and Star Fox most specifically, have been delayed. We don't know what system those are even going to come out on. The Wii U has kind of reduced a lot of its library that it was going to be available. Some great games still to play on the Wii U, but I doubt it's going to have a super slam bang holiday like it has the last couple of years. So this is definitely going to be a PlayStation and an Xbox race, and I think the Xbox is going to do really fantastic Had Sony not dropped the price of the PlayStation 4, I think that the Xbox could have very easily had a much better, much stronger holiday season this year. Absolutely. Now that they've dropped the price, which again, I didn't really see coming this soon, it's a little bit different of a tale. I don't really know who's going to come out on top between that race as far as just the holiday sales and who will quote unquote win the holiday. Going to be a really close race. PlayStation 4, like I said, I am liking and enjoying it and playing it a lot, but there aren't a lot of great games to be excited for this holiday. Microsoft and Nintendo have the exciting games to play, but the PlayStation 4, even at its current price and without games, has been selling well, and now that they've dropped it another $50, forget about it. It's just going to be crazy. One last thing I wanted to kind of bring up and go over with you guys that I did want to do at the beginning of the video, and I forgot until just now, is go over this chart that has been revealed on IGN going over some of the prices of the PlayStation 4 with this new price drop. So if you look at this chart right here, we've got the Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection Bundle. That's $350. So that's pretty cool that one doesn't have an increased price drop, or an increased price, sorry, with the bundled in game. That's going to be the new standard $350 price. Things get a little bit different with the other bundles, though. We have the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 bundle is $429. Very surprising, but it does have a bigger hard drive, as you can see, and maybe that's a physical copy of Black Ops 3. I'm not too sure. If you know otherwise, you should tell me. Here we get into the stickier parts. The limited edition Disney Infinity 3.0 Star Wars edition, $400. The Star Wars Battlefront edition, $400. The Star Wars Battlefront PS4 bundle, $350. I don't know what that one is, actually. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I got it now. So I know this because I actually have this reserved. So there's the regular Battlefront bundle, the one that says $350. That is just a regular PS4, also with Battlefront. The two limited edition ones that are listed for $400 now, those are the ones that come with the Darth Vader printed on the side and the Darth Vader themed controller, plus the games, plus the 4 free games. And again, I know that because I have that PS4 one reserved, and now I'm seeing it's going to be $50 less. So that's awesome. It's saving me some money. Pretty cool there. But that's what's going on with those. And I didn't even know that this existed in Canada, but the NHL 16 PS4 bundle, also $429. Pretty cool deal there. It's too bad that doesn't come into the States. I do love me some NHL, but that's definitely a bigger sport overall in Canada, so that definitely makes sense. So there you go. That's kind of a quick overview and a chart, like I said, breaking down the prices, what's happening now that Sony's dropping the price starting tomorrow. Some bundles are still going to be priced more than $350, but the standard price, two pretty legit looking bundles there, the Uncharted and the NHL one, those are still listed at $350, so you're basically getting those games for free. That's a really solid deal. And the Uncharted stuff, even though they're older games that are remastered, those are exclusive games. We all know that's a Sony series, and those games are freaking awesome, and that bundle will be well worth the price for anyone who doesn't have a PlayStation 4 currently. So, that's pretty much that. That's what's going on with the bundle and the price drop from Sony for the PlayStation 4. Not something I saw happening this soon, and I have to say that for anyone who doesn't have a PlayStation 4 and has been maybe on the fence, now is the time. You're really lucky you waited. You have a great deal. The PlayStation 4 really is a good system. I enjoy playing it a lot. It's got some really cool things going on for it. Maybe not as compelling of a library, yet as Nintendo or Microsoft, but it really is a solid system. So at $350, personally, my opinion and my advice to you guys as gamers, it is a good value. I promise you, $350 for a PlayStation 4 is a good value. So that's that. Share what you guys think below. Thanks for tuning in. Do you think this is a good value? Do you think it's too little, too late? Do you think it's sooner than it should be? All different opinions I'm sure that we could hear about this whole thing. So tell me what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in. This is Rob Overwood to Review, and I'll catch you guys next time on another video.